everyone. It's Morphin Mania time. I am Captain Logan.
And I'm DJ.
Hello, DJ. Are you ready for more Power Rangers?
Let's do it.
Well, it's time for a different drum. It won't be a different drum. It will just be more of the same. But we're excited about it. This has been really fun so far. If you are watching live, thanks a bunch for being here. If you're watching after the fact and you're not on Patreon, you're watching this months after we shot it. So thanks a bunch for watching. We are shooting this in front of a live internet audience. We're going to be talking to people as we go along. If you're watching live, go to the Rabbit feed in the description. That lets you see exactly what DJ and I are seeing at the same time that we are watching it. And if you're watching after the fact, of course, you have to sync up with us with your Netflix, your DVDs, however you can watch it. So get it past all the menus to timestamp 0 and get ready to press play when I say now, unless you're watching live, in which case we're all going to be watching as I say now. DJ, anything you want to mention before we get started? Are we good?
Yeah, let's jump right into it.
Okay, let's get into it. I would have named this a different drum, but Power Rangers has no naming scheme. They don't know what they're doing with episode titles ever. I would say all throughout. Like, it's always weird the way we title episodes of Power Rangers.
Yeah, there's never really a theme. It's just whatever they thought of.
Yeah, or a standard or nothing. All right, here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. Man. That's predictable. It seems like every time we watch this, she comes out of a dumpster.
Somehow it always surprises me, though.
It's always time to wow. You need to watch more television. Wow, you weren't kidding when you said you didn't really grow up with TV.
Uh-oh, it's happened. We have nothing to talk about during the intro.
That's true. No, I was just, for the first time, I was watching the intro.
Yeah. Watching those weapons change again.
Yeah, for no good reason. There are a lot of points where I just want one of the Rangers to ask Zordon questions. You know, where it's like, how come you didn't give us these things earlier? Or why do you only tell us about things well after they've already happened? Like, there'll be a monster that's like attacking a park or something, and then Zordon just beams them to the command center without like even telling them he's going to, which is kind of rude, really. Like, you could be taking a shower, you could be doing anything, you know. And he's like, what are you saying?
Like, they could just be what they have communicators. Why doesn't he just tell them and then teleport them to where the monster is? It seems like a waste of time to bring them there.
Yeah. Sometimes he does that, sometimes he doesn't. Because he's an exposition head. That's why.
What is happening here? Aerobics?
Yes. Because, you know, Kimberly doesn't like exercise, but that's all she does. So
it's funny because I've worked at a gymnastics gym, and gymnast girls are not the kind of girls that would do aerobics. They would despise it. Like,
oh, I never thought of that.
Gymnast girls, like, they don't even like cheerleaders. Like, it's very different worlds. So it's kind of funny that she's just like the girl, so she does the girl stuff.
Exactly. We're just doing the really typical gender thing. We do that constantly. Well, and we'll talk about this when Kimberly and Billy switch bodies, where he's got to go to a cooking class because he's a girl now. And he doesn't know how to cook because he's a guy. We don't do that.
Yeah. But yeah, gymnasts train like hard, like every day. They would not like bounce around and do aerobics.
Yeah. But it's just, if it's a thing you do wearing a pink sweatsuit, then that's what she teaches. There at the juice bar / aerobics studio.
But I guess her character
/ dojo.
Like a girl that would do aerobics than a gymnast anyway. So maybe they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
What is he wearing? He looks like he's wearing like a mechanic's outfit.
A lot of folks are, yeah, what is that?
It has a logo right there on his chest.
Billy's Mechanics. Acting.
Oh.
So, we've been, I won't make any secret of this, we're shooting these in batches, and some of our audience is going to bed. It's starting to get late. So we won't be interacting with people probably as much. Thomas Edgehill, it does everything but make julienne fries.
Oh, I didn't realize she was. That's interesting.
David, you're right. The Boom comics, some of his questionable treatment of the Rangers, they treat him kind of like Splinter in the IDW comics to some degree, where he's a little bit morally ambiguous, or maybe very morally ambiguous, but he sticks to a particular code, and we kind of talk about how flawed that code might be and how he might be too extreme.
And here, Kimberly is a completely different character. She's
in his
super
pacifism.
nice. She speaks sign language.
Yeah, I don't know if she ever does that again. Probably not.
That's interesting.
We'll just, in random episodes, give people skills they didn't have before. And sometimes make people really bad at things that they shouldn't be bad at or never will be again. You got that episode toward the end of the season where everyone can figure out football but Tommy, because Tommy is into martial arts. So if he does like a football kick, he's going to do a martial arts kick instead. And it's hilarious. I can't wait to get to that.
What's that Jet Li movie where he does like he plays football?
Wow, she's losing it. What is a Sylphian slug? What is that? I mean, I guess you're from space, so you're doing the Star Trek thing where you just like put names of made up planets in front of things. It's a Danubian slime devil.
Man, there's really a lot of this dance in this episode.
How long is this class? It's like 6 hours, this class.
Maybe that's how they get around the gymnast thing. She does the most intense aerobics class in the whole world. Bulk and Skull are like cartoon characters. They wear the same outfit every single episode. That's the same leather jacket and neck thing that we saw.
Yeah. And he wears that shirt a lot. That makes me wonder if
they shot
we'll have to
like
watch for that. Yeah, did they shoot them together?
They might be bat shooting all these scenes like we're doing.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what we're doing. It's like a game show. They just shoot it all at the same time. Cinematographic says you also mentioned Tommy having bad luck. Yes, there's that whole bad luck thing. Where there's one episode, is horrible luck all the time, and he asks Zach or someone like, "What do you think my biggest flaw is?" And he's like, "You have crap luck." That's his character flaw. You have crappy luck.
Bulk just danced like really good, and nobody gave him any credit. He's like Sam Rockwell in Iron Man 2.
Yeah, he's just too much of a dork to applaud. Like, even if you're good at something, okay, that's not great.
Yeah, that was just another. Did he rip his pants again?
He ripped his pants again. We could be counting those, I suppose. Yeah.
Even Skull's laughing at him. Pretty flexible, man.
I'm still waiting for the day that I meet someone that laughs like Skull. Is when I find that guy, I'm gonna have a decision to make. Am I gonna tell him that he sounds like Skull from?
Yes, please don't miss that opportunity.
The one I know. Yeah, and you guys would know about pieces of cake. You would. That's not a dig at Bulk's weight. It's that he falls in them all the time.
Oh, is there a cake?
Back Studio says they were also filming in batch. I don't know if he just knows that or...
He just agrees with us.
Yeah.
Wait,
it seems pretty obvious now that we're talking about it. Grim Death Griffin. It's funny, the Power Rangers always have 100 pieces of clothes of the same color. Tommy wears white after Labor Day. That's really funny. I like that. I like that a lot.
That should have been an episode conflict where he has to change to a new Ranger because he can't wear white anymore.
And we'll talk about this in Dino Thunder because, because it's out of season. It's a faux pas. What about this in Dino Thunder? Because they started to get really self-aware there about that stuff, and they probably do that some in a couple shows before that too, because it's the same writers. But especially by then, they start making fun of things like that and the formula, and that the bad guy is always going to make the monster huge. And that should be the moment where he goes, maybe this time I won't let everybody know that I wear the same color as the Ranger I am. But if the villains always know, who cares? I mean, not really who cares, because it's it's part of your code as a Power Ranger. Nobody's supposed to know. and that's more about not being self-aggrandizing than anything. Back Studio says, I hate my laugh. Okay, but is it like that, though? Like,
Is it worse than Skulls?
is it worse than Skulls? I'm gonna start laughing like that on the show. It's the skull laugh now. That's my whole plan.
So is he a brainwashing villain? What is he doing?
Yes, he's a brainwashing villain.
He's like a Pied Piper kind of guy.
Right. Mm-hmm. The best of these is we do this a lot.
This is actually kind of interesting.
Where you zombify people. You remember the movie Leap to Your Doom? But then
yeah.
My favorite of them is Hail Lord Zed, the radio guy.
Yeah, that's the one I had on VHS.
Is it?
It's the one where Rocky and Aisha and Adam are in it, but they're not Rangers yet. They're just helping the Rangers for some reason.
That is yes. That is my 3-year-old's favorite episode of Mighty Morphin, and at one point he was watching that episode like every day. Like I think 5 days in a row he watched that episode, and he would walk around the house and he would go, "Hail Lord Zed."
That was our alliance for a little bit.
No, yeah, that's right. Nobody's gonna get through that.
They can't just
get through that mesh.
It's not like it's even bolted down. It just fell. Like they could
can't go through. Yeah, just pick it up from the bottom and walk in. Can't go around it. Can't go over it. David says he thinks a lot of kids sitcom shows at the time had Bulk and Skull type characters. No, that's right. I mean, it's like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon has to have a dog.
Yeah, Beetleborgs had it. I don't know if VR Troopers had it. Just sitting at the counter curling a dumbbell. I forgot how much of a weightlifter he was.
Yeah, he's just doing that constantly because he's the big macho leader guy. He's got to stay in shape, and he's disciplined. That's one of Jason's big character traits. He's very disciplined.
He's always going low weights, high reps though. He doesn't want to bulk up. He's got to stay lean to be a ranger.
Right. This is very consistent. Oh, look, these guys are cooking. See, they're breaking gender stereotypes.
Interesting. What is happening? Are they just? This
is good. Well, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, he's just watching the girls making.
Yeah, he's like, keep dancing. I want to see a show. And that's disturbing.
Oh,
I don't know about that. Wow.
We're just gonna
put Jason to bed, man.
This is premature.
Cinematographic, I'm still waiting for the Power Rangers, the Autobots, and the Angel Grove Police to get anonymous tips about Zed from G.I. Joe and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, the Beetleborgs were used in the Forever Red episode. I love that. It's hilarious.
Were they really?
There's just some suits.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I knew that. We talked about Jason and I talked about that when we did a commentary on it. Yep. That's hilarious. I wish they would have made that in continuity.
It kind of works though, because it's Machine Empire, so you can just use robot suits.
There's kind of no good reason Beetleborgs couldn't be in Power Ranger continuity, especially with all the Power Ranger shows that don't really make sense to go together, but we keep saying it's all in the same continuity.
Yeah.
Thomas Edshell says... Sorry, go ahead.
The only weird thing about Beetleborgs is they have like the Universal monsters in there.
Yeah.
Which I guess there's some weird stuff in here. We just had a Minotaur.
That's true. Thomas Edshell says if he bulked up, he'd be Bulk. I almost made that joke.
Now you don't have to.
Baron OKC says, yeah, but Bulk and Skull get character development, kinda. Yeah, no, you're right. They're the characters that most actually change and grow throughout the show.
Yeah. You can make the argument they're the protagonists.
You could make that argument very easily because the Rangers are pretty stagnant.
Yeah.
When they do learn a lesson, it's either like really forced and obvious and on the nose, or it's one they've learned before, or it's not really actually a problem, but we just pretend like it is so we can have conflict.
Hey, he's got your red pants.
I don't have red pants.
I thought you had red jeans that you wore in an After Dark one time.
No, I have purple pants.
Oh, okay, purple. Gotcha.
They're well, okay, they're like maroon. I can see why on camera they look kind of reddish. Yeah,
his were kind of maroon.
True. Yep. It's morphin time.
Man, the Japanese sword looks so much better than the one he had.
That's true of a lot of their props and things, right? Like, we'll recreate it here and it'll be a lot cheaper. And even when the show starts to make money,
There it is.
Times. Now, to be fair, even by season 2, we're shooting a lot. Oh, did he say Cosmic Cannon? Is that what it was?
They all have different ones. He just said Mighty
Oh,
Mace.
Mace, yeah, and then Power Sword. We got that one.
They were all different. That was weird.
There's only one way to say Power Blaster. That's also not a thing.
I think this is the only episode that does it too. I'm pretty sure they only mentioned the Cosmic Cannon once.
I think so too, yeah. But it sticks with you.
Yeah.
Because it sounds cool. Yeah, they're not seeing that coming. You've never done that before. Now, these Rangers are a little slow on the uptake. It might take like 12 or 13 episodes before they realize, oh, every time.
Does he have like a...
It's going to go huge. Almost every time. It's weird when she doesn't, too. There are episodes where it doesn't go big. I don't know if that's just because we didn't have footage for it from the Sentai or what, but the Rangers would be like, why? Did you just think your monster was so lame that even though you sent it, it was not worth going big? I don't... Back Studios was Forever Red the one that had, heck, I can't even... Oh, where is it? Where is it? I've lost it now. Oh, no, he retracted his message.
Oh, no.
All right. He retracted his message as I was reading. I've never seen... That's never happened on a live show. That is new. Thanks for a new experience. That was...
See if she does the thing again.
Thomas Edshaw, was there a time it gets smaller? You mean like the monster? Where like, make my monster shrink? We
like
do tiny stuff in Power Rangers, but I don't think that's ever happened.
So how come now they need their power crystals to do something they could do without them?
Did they do tank mode before? To be fair, I think this is the first tank mode, and they're doing the crystal thing for tank mode.
Okay.
I do like tank mode. It looks really cool, and it's not a thing we do with a lot of other Megazords, or maybe any. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, you know, we're always really arbitrary about, like, how much lightning we have to shoot at a guy. So, wait, you went to tank mode to shoot one lightning blast at him.
Yeah, that was really weird.
And now you're going to go...
I guess they do use that POV shot a lot more than we thought.
Yeah, no, that's true. I keep thinking that because maybe in the episode, or in the first episode, we see it longer or something. Oh, Back Studio says Mystic Force Megazord has 2 modes. I've never watched that show.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I like the theme song.
It's funny you say that because I don't like that theme song.
Okay. There's very few Power Rangers. I kind of like all the themes except there's a couple.
Overdrive is awful.
Yeah, Overdrive and RPM.
RPM is a really crappy theme song.
RPM.
RPM's okay.
RPM just says RPM the whole time. It's really annoying. I hate it.
Yeah, that's fair. One of the best is Time Force because it's just hilarious. Time for. It's just the best. No, the thing with Mystic Force, the theme song's okay, but Wasserman made a better one that they didn't use.
Oh, okay.
And if you haven't heard that, I'll send it to you. And I don't know if you'll like the other one as well as you do right now because his is better.
Yeah, I don't mind hip hop. I listen to a lot of hip hop, and I think they did a good job with that one. Overdrive,
I guess, but it doesn't fit the theme.
Yeah,
like Wasserman made like a more like Celtic rock thing.
Oh, really? That's cool.
If memory serves, it fit the theme better.
Yeah, I mean, then he came back for SPD, which is amazing.
Wait, so now they're just giving exposition to these kids about what happened to them, and then you got hypnotized. And then how do we say hypnotized in sign language?
How did they explain that they saved them? They're just like, we did it, or did they say the Power Rangers did it?
I think that's what they said, yeah.
Okay.
That's a great question. Why do you keep those fools? I don't know. Cinematographic Legend has it that Overdrive is worse than Turbo, and then Megaforce happened. Yeah, it gets kind of arbitrary after a while.
I actually have I have a love-hate with Overdrive. I don't hate it as much as many people do, because like I said in the previous episode, I didn't have TV, so I only watched the ones that they released on video. And Overdrive was the first season that they released the entire series.
Interesting.
It's still the only one, except for Shout Factory's releases. But yeah, they released the whole series of that. So I actually saw that one all the way through because I have 2 younger brothers, so Power Rangers was kind of our thing. I was a little older at that point, but they were watching it, so we kind of watched it together.
This is the thing we do repeatedly with Billy, where he'll be getting into a girl, and then the next episode he's not hanging out with her anymore.
Yeah, he moves on pretty quick. Oh.
And we do that constantly. Going again. Meanwhile, we have that later on in the season, that stupid thing with Zach and that girl who's obnoxious and I can't stand, but he just will not stop going after her. And that's like an arc that like keeps going. Yeah. Shane Williams says Power Rangers stopped being good when they stopped having rock intros. Baron OKC, there were good ideas in Overdrive. It'll be interesting to sample that. We're not going to do all of it, but we'll sample it.
Yeah, I really like the idea that there are separate villain like factions. There's like 3 different villain teams. It's really cool. They don't do anything with it.
That is a cool idea, though. We'd have like a kind of three-pronged thing. I mean, like, we sort of do that in Zeo, but not really, right? Where you have Zed and Reed on the moon, but they're not constantly making plans. They're just trying to get off the moon.
Yeah, these ones are actually competent and actually there's like a heat miser, snow miser type thing where there's 2 different kinds.
Oh, interesting.
But
that's pretty cool.
And it's like a treasure hunting season, which I really like. They're all trying to find these stones. And the 3 villains.
Yeah, I know, because that's in the
it's
in the intro and it's irritating.
Yeah, there's some good things to like. It gets a little crazy, but
5 range going for the same 5 stones. Like, oh my god, stop it. Stop talking. That's annoying. Okay, well, we're going to go on to Food Fight. Food Fight is one of my least favorite episodes of the season. I hate it. It irritates me. I don't like food fights in general. Pudgy Pig is annoying. I don't like this. We're going to watch it anyway because we're watching all of Mighty Morphin for some reason. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Sorry, I'm closing some windows here. Am I freezing up on you some?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's happening on my end with myself. Not you, though. You're fine.
Great.
But hopefully we can keep this... hopefully we can keep this rolling okay. So we're going to do one more episode tonight, and then we're going to call it a night and an episode. Let's go ahead and get it a food fight. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure and set up that episode. Make sure that's the one you're watching. And get ready to press play when I say now. Here we go, everybody. Everybody, please press play right now. And away we go. We never really know a lot about how Rita got in the dumpster and, what all the background was. Like, you get bits and pieces of it. I don't even know if we're consistent about it.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is. Did Zed put her in the dumpster? Isn't that what they say later on when he comes back?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they say, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, this episode, he makes like a really disgusting noise, doesn't he, when he eats there?
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah.
And it got toys, and they treated it like a fan favorite. I don't know if it was. I don't know if anybody actually liked Pudgy Pig.
It's the worst dude. He can't do anything. He can't move. He just has like rubber arms.
And it's one of the only returning monsters in the season. I think it might be the returning monster this season. I'm not sure.
Did they just use footage from the same episode?
No. They bring him back. They have a suit here, and they shot new footage.
Weird.
Yeah, because if you remember this episode, they have a suit here in this episode too, because he comes into the juice bar.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's real Muppety.
Yeah,
it's a real Muppety kind of costume.
It looks like someone who would be on the Street Shark show. Bulk's shirt looks like it's supposed to be his naked chest.
Yes, I have also had that thought before. Yeah, that's the really awkward thing about the Jean Grey costume from the 90s animated series. You ever thought about that? Where it's got like the sides of that costume are flesh colored, so it looks like she's wearing next to nothing.
Yeah, I always had that. It looks really weird.
The first time I saw that, I had to look at it way closer, where I was just like, that's really revealing. Oh, it's just sort of flesh colored, but she's actually wearing clothes. Okay.
Same thing with the Chun-Li from Street Fighter. It looks like she just has really tan legs.
This is this whole cultural festival because we gotta celebrate diversity and we gotta like learn everything we can about the world and make sure that the children at home think we're being educational so that the parents don't get upset that we have fighting in our show. Mm-hmm. I don't know if shows like this ever or buy toys, right? Or get into martial arts or whatever. Like Power Rangers made kids want to get into martial arts, and I think that was probably a really positive thing. I don't know that the violence in it was, affected very many kids negatively, like a lot of parents thought that it did. But I don't know that things like this made kids go, "Hey, I'm going to learn about Asia."
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, I never got the whole like parents not liking this thing. Obviously, my parents were okay with it because I already knew how to like that's what they did. So like
so you weren't gonna have that problem.
That's the whole point of like training in martial arts is that you never use it. So it was kind of weird that kids would just see something and then start kicking their siblings. I never understood it.
Back Studio says, I think it's so stylized, there's no way people were that impacted by the violence. I think so too. And like with so many things, if it seemed like they were, it wouldn't have taken much for those kids to get pushed over the edge, right?
Yeah, like they were just needing an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I do think that, and I talked about this in the rewind, I won't get into this real hard, but like, I do think that it is somewhat problematic that there aren't really consequences to the violence. That like in the earlier shows we don't really let people get hurt or killed or anything. And if it's just a cartoon, that's fine. But sometimes we play things like there really isn't. So you could create a thing where parents have to have kind of a long conversation with their kids about what violence actually does to people. So it isn't that it makes them violent, but it might kind of like stunt their understanding of what violence is. And that can be problematic.
I could see that. I never hear that though as the argument. I always hear that it just made people like punch their friends. Man.
If there is an argument, that's it. But I also think that's very easy to curb. All you have to do is pay attention to your kids and have conversations about stuff. That's it.
Yeah. That's parenting, man. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah. That's what school's for. That's Connor, thanks for being here, but I freaking hate you, dude. Cause he just wrote the Silver Shamrock song from Halloween 3, and I've had that in my head seriously since like 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon for some reason, and I can't get out of my head. And now you play, and it was almost out of my head. Making it worse. I'm not gonna sing it. I don't want to do it to anybody else.
Yeah, we were talking about
Silver. I hate you. Hi, David. What's up, buddy? I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, we were just talking about that before the show tonight. That he just watched Halloween 3. Oh, this is
Pudgy Pig. See, it's funny because there's actually like a guy in there, and it's a really big mouth, and he puts a bunch of stuff in his mouth. Isn't it hilarious?
How is that appropriate? The outfit
Aren't old people with toupees funny? Sorry, what?
How is the outfit that Kimberly's wearing appropriate for like high school?
That's a great question.
This is kind of fun. This brings me back to like the second Ninja Turtles movie where they're
Thomas, thanks for being here, man. Thomas has got to go to bed. I mean, like, this is our last episode and we've only got 13 minutes, but we'll see you later, buddy.
Almost
somebody. Okay, so people like, why do you have the Blue Ranger on your show? I just pulled him right out of the TV. I pulled it, and then I put him in another state. And then somebody asked, Divid22, is that Justin in adult form? No, he's wearing a Mighty Morphin shirt, obviously.
Yeah, I'm season 2. I don't have my glasses.
Latter Day Billy. But not latter Day Billy, because you're not on Aquitar with a hot Aquitar chick. Is your wife an Aquitar chick? Do you live in on a water planet?
He can swim much better than me, so
great internet reception on your water planet from light years away. Wow. I've never met your wife. Like, I think I've seen a picture or two of her, but now I'm just gonna imagine your wife is the White Ranger from Alien Rangers. Yeah.
That's gonna be your Halloween costume.
Oh, that would be an amazing Halloween costume. I like her. I think she's great. She was as enthusiastic in person at Power Morphicon as she is in that show. She's still 20-something years later just really excited to be the first female leader ranger.
And last, pretty much. Like,
no, that's not true. That's not true. Time Force, I think, has a female pink lead.
Oh, but she's not the Red Ranger. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, we have another female leader too, at least.
Train sound.
Really? We went really overboard with the sound effect. Also, I am distracted by Zach's t-shirt in this episode. I keep thinking it's a taco. It's not a taco. Yeah, toupees are... No, they're not. I never get the toupee joke. I don't know why that's funny.
Bald. Because bald.
Because bald.
Wait, how do you see a taco on his shirt? It's white and black.
It's just like the shape of it, and I don't know. It's just like, at first I kept thinking it was a taco. I still don't know what those video games are in the background.
Yeah, I saw those too. Oh, it's freezing on me.
I don't know what's going on that shirt. So we got to all go in a corner where no one ever is so that we can contact Zordon or answer him, even though there's lockers behind us that someone might need to use.
Yeah, it's just like a sitcom, like Friends, where they go over to the kitchen where no one can hear us talk just because it's like another part of the set.
It's an aside.
Yeah, Samurai had a female Red Ranger, but it wasn't the main Red Ranger. She came in later on, I think.
Oh,
she was like his sister.
Yeah, but you don't have to be red to be the leader necessarily.
Yeah, I was just responding to a comment. He said, I think Samurai had a Red Ranger, female Red Ranger.
Well, not everybody can read the comments. You have to read the comments.
Sorry.
Sorry, DJ's new. He's learning the ropes.
Still getting used to it.
He's going to get it. So Zordon's either going to tell you things that he shouldn't be able to know, or he's going to tell you a thing everyone already can tell, and we didn't need to like go to the command center to find out. He goes, there's a big pig. Yep. There sure is. Maybe the pig doesn't actually go to the school. I thought he did, but I couldn't.
He goes to the youth center at least. I swear.
I thought he was there. Yeah.
Unless that's the second episode.
Yeah, I'm mixing it up and we're watching it. Cinematographic. They must have run out of phone booths in Angel Grove. Yeah, but they would need 5 of them or cram them all into one. Can you imagine that? We're not. Can you imagine going into a phone booth to communicate outside of a phone?
Now I want a little like Deadpool short where they all just run into the same phone booth. And while they're getting
amazing. See, then he's going to eat their weapons. The way they beat him is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the spicy foods.
The spicy food thing? Yeah. Because what they feed him doesn't really look spicy. If I remember, I forget what it is. There's something about that that's stupid. We'll get there, and then I'll tell you what it is.
Well, all of it, I think. But
it's pretty, yeah, it's
I
pretty
don't know what specifically you were talking about.
There's something about that's really stupid, besides the other things that are really stupid.
Like, what's the lesson of this episode that you shouldn't eat? think?
Yes, DJ. It's that you shouldn't
Anything in
eat
sight?
things. I mean, I don't think there always is a lesson. I think it was an excuse for a food fight in an episode called
The
Food Fight.
Loompas to come in.
A lot of
after
these
the
episodes,
episode.
I think the episode titles come after the premise. Not this one. I think they set out to make an episode called Food Fight.
Connor says, "How interested would you be in a Power Rangers / Bible Man crossover?"
I mean, that just seems like a real clear thing to do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is. See,
Yeah, yeah, he's there. I thought so.
why does he have like a Roman soldier?
I was going to ask that. Yeah. And that's his clothes. And then, I mean, he's really disturbing, right? His arms, I went up into the camera. His arms are like inside of his mouth. Yes.
I love that Bulk still picks on him like he's just a kid at the school. Or tries to anyway.
Yeah, does he think it's a costume at first? What is he doing? Like,
Yeah,
this is the moment in the cartoon where I'm freaked out.
You can't draw attention to the fact that it looks like a terrible costume. You have to play it straight.
You know why I think they brought him back when he comes back later? I think this is probably the first costume. It is, right? This is the first costume they recreated. So they just had it laying around.
Yeah, so they could just do an episode real quick.
Because Shane Williams says, the lesson is to fight like a pig. Connor says, Bible Man versus Power Rangers Dawn of Wholesomeness. It's pretty good. But I love like an ideological debate. You know, like you have Bible Man versus the Power Rangers. The Power Rangers are agnostics. And they're like, no, with all the magical things we've seen, we're not sure about the Judeo-Christian God.
I love that the sign says hot, 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 so we know.
Well, again, these Rangers are dense enough. They need major signs like that. God, send us a sign. Hot, hot. Thank you.
Man, Jason's got different hair in this episode. He's got like the greaser look going.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
He's got like slicked back.
Is he being like the Fonz? Jason the Fonz.
I'm grasping at straws here. I keep commenting on their outfits and their hair.
DJ's like, this show's weird. We're supposed to talk about what's happening, right? But it's Power Rangers. So nothing's happening. Or it's the same thing that was happening last time.
This is kind of a really cool set. I like the globes and everything. And
oh, it's great, yeah. No, they were super creative with the Sentai. Get him! It is... that was a weird effect.
Tinkerbell's coming.
What was with the sped up motion? Like,
only got 20 minutes, man. There's so much story that I want to pack in.
Wait a minute!
It's a cake. It's a spicy cake.
Why is Kimberly holding cake? They're like, we gotta get him a spicy food. Bring the cake. Bring the spicy cake.
Is it like Secret of the Ooze where they put the spicy stuff inside of a food that doesn't look like it with the donuts?
Maybe that's what it's supposed to. Yeah, the traditional pre-fight donut.
I love that movie.
We just watched that again the other day.
Oh, really? Yeah, they look like just regular plastic.
I love that they put the okay. Well, that's fair. I love that they put the plates out in like choreographed motion.
Hey,
like they're weapons. Like
yeah, so it's just like a regular sub, and she puts the radishes in it.
Bag Studios keeps writing amusing things I want to read, and then he takes them out.
Psych.
Divid 22, spicy donuts probably exist. I agree. We got bacon in everything.
Bacon cupcakes. I remember Vince's bacon cupcake rant. Or was that yours? Someone made a bacon cupcake rant like really early on.
Yeah. So he had a rant about bacon desserts. And then there was the famous,
giant
and my
cupcake.
favorite rant of all time, a giant cupcake is a cake. By the way, if anybody can find me where that which GNN that's in, I don't know. I've not gone back and looked, but occasionally somebody will send me a message and ask me what, and I just haven't had time to go back and try to find it. If anybody knows which GNN that is, please let me know, and I will repost that part of it, because that has become the most famous rant on the channel. Maybe that and because cheese. I think those are the two that we all remember the most. It wasn't your best word.
Even Finster.
Even the show knows it. I'm sensitive to dissatisfaction. Sometimes they'll sneak in like a really amusing one-liner for Squatter Babu, and you just won't even notice it because you're so used to all of that dialogue being throwaway and you're not paying attention to it. And one will jump out at you and you're like, oh, that's actually kind of funny.
More phenomenal. There it is.
More phenomenal. I discovered at one point that that's actually really a word.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought it was just morph and phenomenal.
I mean, it is. I'm sure they're not using it right, but that it actually is a word. I want that as an action figure. I want Alpha dressed up as a chef.
Bobbing his chef hat around.
Actually, it says it's a spicy cake with a whole superhero rewind written on it.
So many inside jokes on this episode.
Yeah, but I love you know all of them. You get them all. I was about to explain that. No, I gotta go get on Patreon. It comes up a lot on the live shows there. Oh, they're raising money for Playground. Maybe the point of this is all of this was worth it because of the children. Okay, watch how he eats the sandwich. No one like my 3-year-old would eat a sandwich like this. Who eats a sandwich like that? I know it's a foot long or longer. I mean, I know it's long.
Why did they still have a spicy one?
Because that was the only food they had left. Because Fudgy Pig didn't like the. Are you paying attention to this episode? You know what happened?
No, but it was the regular sandwich that they put the radishes in for the pig. Why didn't they just take the radishes back out?
Well, that's a great question.
They did the toupee joke 3 times in this episode.
Yeah, because bald.
Because bald. That's the new thing.
Hey, yep. Well, it was more fun watching it with you, DJ.
Yeah,
I really did like that episode.
It's all right. It's a good one to make fun of.
Yeah, but you know. Anyway, so there it is. There was a Robert Axelrod's credit. He voices Finster, and then he'll be Lord Zed in season 2. So he's here from the beginning, but then he'll become Zed. And Finster won't be there very often, but then when they get married, you'll see Finster every now and again.
We did it.
We did it. So that is it, folks, for us. This evening, we are done with our batch of episodes, and that's it for day 3. So we'll be back with you again if you're watching this after the fact as it airs normally on the channel, because, again, I'm talking to 3 different audiences. We'll see you for day 4 tomorrow. And if you are watching this live, we really appreciate you guys. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you'll come back for more. We had a pretty decent turnout for this. Did not expect as many people even as we got, and hopefully we have a good, steady, live internet audience to keep bouncing stuff off of us, DJ, because we're going to need it.
Yeah. It's working out great, though.
It is. Yeah. I had a great time. I hope you did, DJ, and you guys are wonderful. Thanks for watching. We will see you again very soon. I was Captain Logan.
And I'm DJ.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
See you later.